in this video I'm going to be giving you 5 running shoes that offer incredible value but also will transform your marathon training. What is up everybody, and welcome to 40 Runs. Now, this is a video that I thought of, and actually a lot of it comes on the back of some of your feedback from a previous video. So we did a video a few weeks, months ago, whatever it was, on the top 5 marathon training running shoes that are currently out there in 2023. And some of the feedback from that video was like, yeah, that's great, 40, but some of those shoes are like 150, 160, 200 pounds, which is an awesome bit of feedback. So I came away from that and I thought to myself, you know what, let's look at the sort of best value marathon training shoes. But then again, I thought, why don't we give it a bit of a twist? So not everybody can afford to have like multiple shoes. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to ask the guys at Start Fitness and go over to startfitness.co.uk, use the code 40 Runs, you're going to get 10% off of there. And oh, by the way, they're sponsoring this video, so thanks very much. But I went along to them and I said, guys, look, this is what I'm thinking about this video. Can you give me sort of 5 shoes that offer incredible value that people can slot into their marathon training for certain things? So I was thinking, maybe you've got like, I don't know, Brooks Ghost 15, 14, 10, whatever it is, but you want like a trail shoe to add in because you want to get up the trails and work on some of those muscles that maybe you don't usually use on the road. And then maybe, I don't know, you're a trail runner and you've signed up for a road-based marathon. What race shoes do you go for? But you don't have like £200 to spend. So that's where I was kind of thinking. So again, this is a slightly different video and I want to know from you, right, as we go along here, in these sort of certain sectors, certain parts of shoes, I want to know which would you go for. Is there a certain shoe that you may have just picked up? Let me know in the comments. So again, big shout out to the guys at startfitness.co.uk. Make sure you get over there. But let's dive in this. This could be quite interesting for a lot of you. So the first shoe I thought of was the classic daily trainer, right? So maybe, I don't know, you've got a ballot place in London, or you've decided to go to that next stage and you've signed up for a marathon or even half marathon, right? All this is relatable. But you've got like, I don't know, a sort of gym crossover running shoe that maybe you're using. You might have picked it up from another store and it was like 40 quid or whatever, but you want to now go up to the next level. And that's where the Brooks Ghost 14 comes in. Now this shoe at Start Fitness is about £80, which, you know, you can add my code and you're going to get even less. But this is a fantastic example of like a really good value daily trainer. So the Brooks Ghost is a classic shoe from Brooks, right? And they've sold billions of these things. It's got everything here that you will need for those daily miles if you're going to start marathon or half marathon training. We've got a DNA Loft midsole, we've got a very breathable upper, fits true to size, we've got a fantastic outsole that's going to last you well beyond your training block or whatever you're doing. It's relatively light, but again, this thing is £80 and will take you easily through that training block. So is there a shoe that you have or purchased along the same lines as the Brooks Ghost? Okay, so the next thing I thought about was actually stability shoe wearers. Now, not many YouTube channels talk about stability shoes, so I wanted to include a good value stability shoe as well. And again, I've gone back to Brooks because I don't think you can beat the Brooks GTS, Adrenaline GTS. Now this is version 22 and again, it's about £80 on startfitness.co.uk. You've got guide rail technology in here, so it's going to iron out some of that stability. DNA Loft midsole, fantastic outsole that's going to last again well beyond your marathon training block. Fits true to size, nice upper, will do everything you need during that marathon training block. And you can add it in with some of the other shoes we're going to talk about today. So like I said, this is a good example of a daily trainer, and where I was thinking about it was, like I said, maybe you've come from the gym and you had a sort of crossover shoe, or maybe you had a beaten up pair of, I don't know, old Asics or something like that, and you want to take your training a little bit more serious. These 2 shoes that I'm talking about, this and the Ghost, offer incredible value and I think really good durability, and they will last all the way through that marathon training block and beyond. Okay, so I really wanted to include a trail shoe on this video because I think it's really good if you're sort of road based to go out and do some trail work. And again, this is the sort of shoe that I wanted to highlight because, and I've got the Peregrine from Saucony here, it's £68 on Start Fitness. You've got fantastic outsole. This is the Gore-Tex version, so if you're going to be doing like winter marathon training, perfect example. But adding a trail shoe into your sort of marathon shoe rotation, if you want to add one shoe in, is not a bad thing to do because the work you can do up on the trails is really going to benefit you on the road. And this shoe is a cracking example of a good trail shoe. You've got Power Run midsole in here. You've got fantastic grippy, like deep lugged outsole. It's got the Power Track outsole on it, see that? It fits true to size. It's not over the top in terms of weight. This is the Gore-Tex version, so it's going to keep some of that water out. It's comfortable and it will do everything you need to do up in the trails. And like I say, it's £68 and you can just slot it into your marathon training shoe rotation. Okay, so trail shoe done. I thought that would be a good one to add in. As I say, we're talking value and we're talking adding in shoes to your shoe rotation. So, right, next shoe. Okay, so maybe you've got already a Brooks. Maybe you've got something else, a Daily Trainer that you picked up from the guys at Start Fitness. And you're looking for a sort of up-tempo shoe for some of those faster workouts. Maybe you want to go along to park run and smash the living daylights out of that. Maybe you want to do some of your, I don't know, your fartlek or your intervals. Or maybe you've got access to a track and you want a shoe to add in to your rotation for marathon training so you can really dial in some of that speed, which is really going to benefit you. And I think I found the perfect shoe at Start Fitness. Well, actually, they did. And that's the Takumi Sen 8. This thing is fast. Now, there is a newer version of this, but it's exactly the same. But you've got Light Strike Pro in here. You've got energy rods. See them in there? So you've got a little bit of cheeky carbon infusedness going through the shoe. You've got a really lightweight, airy, breathable upper that's sort of, well, it's just not there really. And you strap them on and off you go. Now this shoe at the moment on Start Fitness is £89. It's an absolute bargain, this shoe. Not only does it look awesome, it performs very good, but £89 this shoe is incredible really. But this is a perfect shoe, people, to add into your marathon training or half marathon training shoe rotation. It's fast and it will do all that speed work, hill repeats, everything you want to do quick during marathon training. This is the shoe, I think, at £89 to add in. Now the last shoe I wanted to highlight, because I don't want to do, I mean we could do this all day because there's so many cheap shoes on Start Fitness, it's ridiculous. And I'm not just saying that because they're sponsoring this video, there is some incredible value to be had on that website. But the last shoe I wanted to talk about is a little bit out there. Well, not really, but bear with me. It's because I wanted to talk about the race day shoe, because maybe you've got that Brooks Ghost, maybe you've got that trail shoe because you're trail based and you want to then come onto the road to do the marathon. Finding a race day shoe that's offering a lot of value is really hard because all the sort of carbon plate shoes, you know, the super shoes out there are mostly over £200. But if you go on startfitness.co.uk at the moment, you can pick up these, the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3. For £170. Now this is, and I've said it, you go on my channel and go through all my videos, this is, I think, the best marathon race day shoe that's currently out there. Now this is £170, and if you add my code in, you're going to get it cheaper than that. But look at this colourway firstly, just look at it. This is one of the best colourways I've seen in the shoe. Anyway, this shoe is awesome. Right, it's absolutely awesome. Again, refer back to my old videos in this shoe. It is phenomenal. You've got Light Strike Pro in here. You've got the energy rods again, which offer that sort of snappiness, but also the stability. You've got 39mm of stack, and it just feels amazing underfoot, but it doesn't feel unstable, which is great. The upper's nice and breathable. I find it fits true to size. I know Ben had an issue with his pair, but I've had no problems in terms of sizing with mine. The laces aren't brilliant, just a pre-warning to that, but once you get them dialed in, they really work well. But this thing can just carry speed. It is phenomenal over the marathon distance. And like I say, at £170, to be able to pick this shoe up for that cheap is an absolute bargain. Okay, right, so now it's your turn. Hopefully you've now got the gist of this video. Let me know in the comments your sort of value shoes that you slotted in or you believe people can slot in to marathon training or half marathon training. What's a shoe that can be added that you found really cheap online? Stick that in the comments. Okay, right, so again, big shout out to the guys at Start Fitness. Thanks for helping me with this video and sponsoring this video. Make sure you get over to startfitness.co.uk and use the code 40runs. But that's it from me, guys. I will catch you later.